Hi to both of you. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. Thank you for this fantastic series. I mean, I don't know about you, but of course, I know I only look around 20, but boy, was this movie like the epitome of the movies were, my favorites ever growing up. So thank you for reviving this. And Xolo, I want to start with you because Miguel, wow, you do such a great job playing him. But what he went through at the end of season 2, and now what we see he has to go through in season 3, how difficult was that for you and as an actor? Because we know how important karate is in his life. So tough job.
Yeah, I mean, I think you answered the question yourself. Having, I think, wheelchair and like paralysis aside, I think having had Johnny Lawrence and Cobra Kai in Miguel's life meant the world to him. We saw in season 1 how much confidence was instilled into Miguel once he found karate and found, his place and found a place that he belonged. And I think having all of that taken away in like a couple of seconds is something that's a little unfathomable, but at the same time, I think as an actor, like it's something that I really enjoy. I feel like up until this point, up until Cobra Kai, like all I really did was drama. So getting to kind of, obviously our show is like a dramedy. I know it's labeled as a comedy, but really it's mainly drama. I think getting to kind of lean into that a little bit more and having it be grounded is always super fun. So
absolutely. Well, you're doing a great job. Vanessa, for you to be a part of this series has got to be, pretty much a gift. It's amazing. But to have so many of the original cast members in this series is truly awesome. I want to know what it's like behind the scenes when you sit there with Ralph and Martin and William, and do they tell you stories from the past or give you tips?
I mean, you're always learning from them. They're such pros, and it just like exudes, so it is, consider myself super lucky to be working with them. And yeah, at first it was bizarre because I grew up watching The Karate Kid and like being like, oh my God, I'm really scared of Kreese, and here he comes, he's gonna say hi to me. And then you're like, oh wait, it's not Kreese, it's actually Marty.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a little bit of that goes on, but it's just been incredible. And when we shot the Mexican restaurant scene, there was like released footage that they got from like cut footage from the first movie, which never made it onto the final cut of The Karate Kid. Whereas like we referenced it in the scene where it's like, oh, you sat on that blueberry pie or something like that. And then they got to see it actually for the first time ever. They were like watching it. So it was just like kind of like that moment was like, oh wow, it's like those little things are quite special, because it's 30 plus years ago.
Yes.
And you get to like kind of be in that same space where it's being relived and retold, and it's kind of magical. Nice.
It's totally magical. It's magical to watch it. And I don't know about you, but like, what is it with Ralph Macchio who doesn't age? Like, seriously, what's up with that guy? He's amazing. It's amazing to watch this. Xolo, I want to ask you, what I love so much about this show is it's got so many great messages to it. It deals with bullying, a whole bunch of things. How do you feel about that?
Like, I feel like a lot of the lessons that can be learned are from, the crazy stuff that Johnny says sometimes. And, I think in a roundabout way, it's very similar to people that we know in our lives, although there are some sacrifices and some losses that we see in Cobra Kai. Like, I think it's very similar to those that we would have. Maybe not as drastic or as dramatic, but definitely like a lot of the times in life, sometimes it feels like one step forward and 2 steps back. And I think all of our characters have those moments in the show. And I think as it remains grounded and as long as it's not too crazy, we should be good.
Yeah. Congratulations again. This is such a great series. I really do thank you for it. And kudos to you. I mean, season 4 is just around the corner, so we cannot wait for that. Best of luck for you guys. And thank you for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Bonnie.
Okay. Take care. Have a good one.